Hi, I'm Stuart. Welcome to my YouTube channel, or welcome back. Thanks for viewing my video. In this video, I do the reading ticks tag. I was tagged in a video by Brian at Adventures in Literature, and I repeat what Brian said to properly credit the creator of this tag. This is an original tag created by Kevin Towle Reads at Kevin Towle 9665. There are 10 prompts in this tag. The first prompt is, do you only read a specific time of day? I don't only read a specific time, but mostly I read right after I get up in the morning. I like to ease into the day, reading right after I get up. It's a good way to, before look at the news or look at social media, doom scroll as they say. I like to ease my day. I like to ease my day that way. I'm retired, so I can do that. And the second time I read pretty much every day is in the evening. Sometimes I just read. Sometimes I'll be watching a sporting event and I'll read during the commercials. But those are the times practically every day. The evening is pretty much always I do some reading in the evening. The morning isn't quite so much, but a lot of times I read right after I get up. The second prompt is, do you prefer to read in your work everyday clothes, or are you partial reading in PJs or comfy clothes? It doesn't necessarily matter what clothes I'm wearing, but if I do read in the morning before I get going, right after I get up, I haven't got dressed yet. And in the evening, I read while I'm in bed after I take my shower. I take my showers in the evening. So I'm not wearing my regular everyday clothes in either of those instances. It's not really a matter of do I prefer any type of clothes, it's just the way I read. The third prompt is, what's your favorite reading spot? Couch, chair, bed, outdoors, somewhere else? Generally it's the bed because, as I said, the times I read, I'll be sitting up in bed. So it's generally my bed. Otherwise it's just a chair in my room that I read in, mostly. The fourth prompt is, do you snack while reading, or is this a no-go? It's a no-go. I would be concerned with, if it's a physical book, streaking the page or spilling something on, or even an e-book, spilling something on it or smudging the screen. So it's a no-go. And actually, I'd be scared of, as far as e-books, I'd be scared of spilling something in the e-reader and shorting it out. The fifth prompt is, do you or have you ever peeked at the end of a book, or do you avoid spoilers at all costs? I don't think I ever peeked at the end of a book. I don't recall doing that. I suppose if I ever officially DNF'd a book, which there's many books I didn't finish, but I've never actually said I DNF'd it and I'm not going to read it again. If I did that, I might read the last few pages to see what happened, but I don't ever recall doing that. Do I avoid spoilers at any cost? Not really. I think the only time a spoiler would really disturb me is in a mystery novel. If somebody revealed who committed the crime, that would spoil it. That would be a spoiler that would really bother me. Otherwise, sometimes they're maybe a little irritating, but it bothers me more that people reveal a spoiler. Sometimes, if it's an obvious spoiler, can't always be sure, but then the fact that I might know something, I just think people should be more cautious. The sixth prompt is, do you prefer first-person or third-person narrative? Do you care? I give a slight edge to first person. I'd rather it directly come from that person as opposed to third person where the author is saying what the person's thinking. But I don't really have, it's not a strong preference. It's just a slight preference. I would prefer first person. Third person is fine too. The seventh prompt is, do you read dedications, author's notes, acknowledgements, or do you skip those? I have kind of a view of books that I'm supposed to read everything in them, so I do read all those items. The 8th prompt is, do you have a favorite reading beverage? As I said of one of the previous prompts, I don't read or drink while reading a book, so I don't have a favorite reading beverage. Actually, my beverage choices are kind of bland as it is. Water and Diet Coke or Diet Pepsi. That's pretty much the limit of my beverages. Nothing hot like tea or coffee. The 9th prompt is, how do you decide what to read next? TBR, mood, goals, random choice. A big part of what I read now is the 5 book clubs I'm taking part in. I place a priority on those. Beyond that, it's mood reading. Occasionally, I'm going to kind of loosely take part in readathons. Not trying to read everything in a readathon, because I discovered last year that doesn't work for me. So that's going to influence too, a loosely take part in a readathon. But mainly, the number one thing is the 5 book clubs, because 4 of them are monthly, 1 of them's bi-monthly. So 4.5 books a month is like a big part of the reading I'm going to do in any given month. Other than that, it's mood reading. I mean, I have a TBR, but I don't really go by it very much. It's just what I feel like. And I have so many books that I just feel like reading one of them. The 10th prompt is, tag some others. So I tag anyone who's watching this video. If you like to do this in a video or reply to one of the more prompts in my comments, please do so. But I am going to tag a long list in the description of this video. And I want to thank Brian for tagging me and Kevin for creating this tag. I hope you're having a wonderful reading week. I hope you're having a wonderful week in general. If you enjoy this video, please give it a like. Please subscribe. Please hit the bell to get notified when I upload future videos.